want to take a moment and explain the functions on the armrest for the keypad area. We'll start at the left and work our way to the right real quick here. Basically on the left we've got a foot pedal switch, and it can be initiated, and this will take the control from the joystick and put it on the floor, and you can use the foot pedal for control similar to a car, and use that for roading or anything like that if you feel the need to go away from the joystick. Next to that is the TMS button. Former owners of our AGCO equipment would know that as power management, and that basically allows us to maximize the efficiency for the required tasks that you're asking the machine to do for best efficiency. Underneath that is the neutral switch, and you depress that and that will take it out of forward or neutral or reverse and put it into the neutral position. Above here we see the blue hydraulic lockout switch, basically a roading switch. It locks all the components on the dash as far as controls, so that nothing from the PTO to the hydraulics can be initiated while you're going down the highway. The InGo Switch is a function that has been placed on our joysticks now, and basically it can be initiated through the joystick. Previous owners of our AGCO product would know that as headland management. Now it's AccuField Command. That can be programmed in the Accu terminal here, and you can tell it to do different things, from lift the component, initiate the hydraulics, and auto steer, all those things from that InGo function. Below that we've got our auto steer, so this button turns on our PVED valve and allows us to initiate steering. This button here grabs the line and initiates that. This button here can be programmed in your InGo functions, and there's a video for that later on in the app, and you can program that button to be initiated through the joystick rather than have to reach over this pad. Below that is the draft control for the 3-point hitch. We've got one on the left and one on the right. The one on the left is not an option on this tractor, or this company's providing tractors. To the back of it, we just have a 3-point hitch draft control for the rear. Over here we've got diff lock. So we've got automatic diff lock. Uncouples the diff lock at 12 mile an hour or a turn greater than 15 degrees. Next to that is diff lock, and that's just a manual diff lock, and you'll have to take that off when you want to get into your turns. We've got cab suspension below that, so we can turn our that's a suspended axle. Suspended axle in the front here, and you can turn that suspended axle off. And one thing that we can do with that is we can push the button here to hold. You can watch it will raise the tractor. And then if we come down here, you can push and hold, and it will lower the tractor. So just to finish up here, we've got a couple PTO options. We've got the 1000 and 1000E for our PTO, and basically that's what we have available on this model. The 1000E will allow the PTO to spin at 1000, but allows the engine RPM to run lower than what is required to turn that normally. So it's an economy mode. Below that you see a 1300 and a 0. The 0 is just a neutral for that PTO. 1300 is an option that could be available in the future but is not available now. Automatic puts the PTO into a position where it can be programmed through the AccuField terminal, and it can be put into those InGo buttons. These are just a basic rundown of this keypad. If you've got any questions, please feel free to call a salesman, product specialist, or field support, and we'll get your questions answered as quickly as possible. Thank you for choosing AGCO.